figured I would leave this on, the turmeric and castor oil, because I mean, so many people make fun of me anyway. I might as well just show you guys what's actually been working for me. If we're waking up with a little puff under the eyes, right? Turmeric and castor oil. I even mix it together. I put a little dot on that little pimp. I've been noticing that when I make videos, right, calling out people who are compensated in this organized stalking, right, stemming from secret society members, right, allegedly Freemasons. And so what's interesting about that is, again, like me calling people out online, I've noticed I'm not seeing them anymore, right? I'm describing their physical appearance, and it's like, good, get the fuck away from me, right? Why should you be compensated with money that actually belongs to me while you're intentionally, purposely trying to torture me? Again, just to provoke a certain reaction, right? Just want to share this again. I'm going to be describing some people, but this is like, you just know when you see people literally everywhere that you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was at the grocery store. This was a couple weeks ago. It was a father and son, right? And the son was older, so I just thought it was some guy picking out avocados, and I was also doing that, and I noticed that they were all frozen, right? So I was like, oh man, like as we're both like giving him the squeeze test, I was like, man, these are all like hard as a rock. Like I just said that to myself, but I looked up at him and didn't acknowledge that I said anything, nothing. It felt very awkward. And then I kind of laughed in my head because that is something that people in this program do. They won't acknowledge you at all, even when you speak to them in a public setting, right? They'll just literally ignore you like you're invisible. And it's like, okay. Like, people would do that to me when I was waitressing, and I would literally just say to them, oh, I guess I'm invisible. Okay, see you later. And I would just walk away from the table and I wouldn't go back. And it's like, two can play at that. So when he ignored me, I realized, and I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I've seen him at the grocery store before. And obviously, guys, people that aren't privy to this are going to be like, oh, you saw somebody twice. Like, doesn't mean people are following you. It's like, shut up. I see the kid with his dad, right? And we like almost had bumped into each other. So I was like, this was in a different aisle. And I was like, oh, sorry. And again, the dad looked at me like as if I shot their dog in front of them, you know, just like and I was just like, okay. Don't act like you're not being compensated, right? To make faces that are making me feel confused, right? So the other day, we were doing laundry and I walked to the same grocery store because it's in the same plaza. There was somebody set outside with the public library, randomly posted up a table there, right, at that location to get people to sign up. So I was like, oh, like I just signed up for a library card. You know what I mean? Like she's out here trying to get people. So I was like, yeah, sure. So wouldn't you know, that same dad and son duo, right, just come up behind me and are talking to her. They're conversating. So the way that the plaza's set up, right, the grocery store would be that way. They came from this direction going this way. They talked to her. I already signed up, so I went to the grocery store, right? So when I first get in there, again, in the produce aisle, then I see them walk in, right? They're walking right towards me. So I was on the phone with Alex, and I literally said, this just came out of this is why I always say pay attention to your higher self, because your higher self is guiding you. So as I'm looking at this man, we're literally 2 feet apart. I was like, oh, here are the church stalkers. Looking him in the eye, he looks like he's gonna shit himself. Mind you, I told you how last time when we almost bumped into each other in the store, like I was like, oh, sorry, like said hi. And he acted just distraught for no reason, right? By simply my existence. So after he heard me say that, right? He literally like moves closer to me and like says hello. Sir, don't tempt check me because I just called you out. You're earning compensation to literally follow me with your adult child. Like, guys, when I say people don't They're just presented with an opportunity to make extra money, and they're not taking into consideration that they are in fact acting as a domestic terrorist. You're following me around and you're benefiting off my existence. I barely have money for these groceries because of the lies of my own family. And you want a fake hello? I didn't say anything. I just held eye contact, didn't say nothing. I was like this. Walked away. Sir, you can suck my whole ass, okay? Fuck yourself.